Benson, what's it like to be back in Seattle after starting your career here?
Come on, man. Feels great, man. Feels great. You should know that, man. First shot. This place I got my first shot, first playing time, Super Bowl ring, man. It feels good to be back, man. It feels great to be back, actually.
I'll follow up. How different is it for you this time around? Obviously, being a seasoned veteran as opposed to a guy who had to make it through a regional combine and then undrafted and then to make it the way you did the first time around.
I mean, the first thing is it's not everybody that we had in the locker room. So, we don't have Cliff, we don't have Mike B, we don't have Clem. So it's me and Bruce. I'm the vet now, and those guys that I was looking up to aren't here, and now the guys that are here are looking up to me. So it's a big change, man, from year 1 to year 8, and my role is bigger now, and they're depending on me, and I'm depending on myself, man. So it's a big change, man, and I'm taking it on.
Thank you.
You got it.
John Boyle.
You just mentioned year 8, Benson.
Yep.
As a guy who had to go the hard route, not just undrafted, but you didn't even get signed till later on after a tryout. Could you have imagined, does this exceed your expectations of what your career could be to be talking to us year 8 after a long NFL career?
Nah, man. I just always had that chip on my shoulder, and I feel like it never left. You know what I'm saying? I feel like once you get comfortable, that's when you get out. And I've never been comfortable. I'm still not comfortable, man. 8 years later, so I think as long as I keep that chip on my shoulder and I stay hungry, I can play this game as long as I want to. That's how I feel. I'm confident.
And what do you remember about that rookie mini camp where you came to try out?
Oh man, I ain't remember nothing, man. I just remember go, 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 man. Try to beat somebody out, man. Go as fast as I can, as hard as I can, and man, try to win everything that I'm doing and just go hard every day. That's all I remember. I don't remember the plays. I don't remember nothing. I just remember just going hard, man, and trying to make the team.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tim Booth.
Hey Benson,
How you doing?
how would you describe the ways that you were a different player now from I guess the kid that was here a long time ago?
Technique and learning the game. Coming from transitioning from college to the pros, it's technique. You got to use technique at 2 minute. You got to use technique on base. You got to use technique on nickel. You got to use technique to beat the man across from you. So that's what I'm not gonna say that's what I was lacking, but that's something that's not a tool that I had in my toolbox. That takes time and that takes repetition and that takes years of learning. For you to get comfortable and to be able to do that. So that's one thing I lacked from year 1 to year 8.
And then is there one time or 1 year where you look back on it as this was the place and this was the time that I really made that jump to really establish myself as a defense, as a starter in this league?
If you want to go back and look at the last few games when I was in Dallas, it was only me, Malik Collins, David Irving, Jack Crawford, and Malik Collins. If I said that already, we were the only one that were playing. It was 6 D linemen active, so I was kind of pushed in the starting role, and there was nobody behind me, and that's where I grew into playing hard and making plays and getting sacks and making TFL. So that's one of the years that I told myself and I showed on film that I could play this game and I could play this game at a high level.
Art Teal.
Oh yeah. What was that? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
How's this?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You've obviously are aware of the Jadeveon Clowney situation. How do you look at that as a guy who is competing for some of those same playing minutes that he might if he should show up?
I don't know him. I don't know what happened, but all I know is that I control what I can control, and that's just going hard every day and showing up to work. And that's it. That's all I can control, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show up to work whether he's here or not, and I'm gonna go as hard as I can. I'm gonna learn the plays, and I'm gonna put my effort out there, and that's all I can control.
And one follow-up: did you have any apprehensions about playing this year? Did safety protocols around?
Oh no, man. This is you.
Man, I'm from Inglewood, California, man. We was drinking water out the water hose. I don't know nothing about no COVID-19. We're gonna come play some football, man. That's that wasn't gonna stop me, man. I wasn't worried about it. I just wanted to play some ball.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Aaron Levine, do you have another one?
Sure. Benson, is it correct you guys were teammates, you and Mike Upati at Idaho? Is that
Yeah,
correct?
man.
1 year, bow ring,
Idaho
potato
Potato.
bow, man.
Yes, sir. That's my boy.
That's my dog, man.
Yeah, what do you remember about going against him in practices there?
Oh man, I was beating everybody, and he was watching me beat everybody. And he played guard. He played left guard at Idaho, and he was just watching me beat everybody. He stepped up. He was like, "Man, let's go! Like, let's go together. Like, let's get a 1-on-1." Man, he must have stepped out and put one hand out, man, and just caught me, and it was over from there, man. I was like, "Damn, this dude's strong," you know. And then he just ended up getting drafted first round, like I think number 16 or 17, and yeah, it was awesome, man. But yeah, that's one of my memories, Big Mike.
Thanks, Benson.
You got it.
Joe Fan.
Hey Benson, I
How
think
you doing?
last year in Oakland, like your 7 sacks came in like the first 9-10 weeks, and nothing towards the end. Does that just kind of speak to the random nature of sacks, or how would you maybe describe last year in terms of how it all went for you?
At the start of the year, I was playing more. I feel like sacks. A sack is hard to get. It's hard to get one sack. That's why the people with sacks get paid. It's hard to get one sack. All my sacks came at the start of the year, but I was playing more. It was more passing situations. We were winning more, and the coaches put me on the field more. I don't know what happened at the end of the season. That's between what happened there and what's going on there. I can't speak about. It's a new year, it's a new team, and that's in the past really. But yeah, all my sacks did come at the start of the season. Every opportunity I had to get one, man, I tried my hardest, and that's the same thing I'm gonna do here. So that was last year. That was what was that?
Sorry, apologies if you've been asked this already, but just dealing with the rookies now, you're the vet in the room, and
Yeah.
you guys are looking up to you. You've got a couple guys, Alton Robinson and
Yeah.
Taylor, who probably looking for guidance, having not had an off-season program or anything. And
Yeah.
what have your impressions been of them, and how's that relationship been?
For me, being a vet, I'm gonna help them in every which way that I can. First and foremost, how I came into the league. I was underdog, whatever, and I had to really scratch and crawl for everything that I know. So I wouldn't be the vet, a good vet, if I don't tell them, what's gonna make them succeed in this game. So that's how I'm gonna help them. And if I see something in their game that I can help, I'm gonna let them know. And that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? That's year 8. And if vets like Cliff Averill, Justin Tuck, Lamar Woolley, and the guys that were helping me do that, I'm always pass that game off, because that's what vets do. You know what I'm saying?
Jen.
Hey Benson, kind of piggybacking off of that, knowing how you came into the league, what's the thing that you can appreciate now about being back with Seattle, about being in this defense that you couldn't before, or didn't know that was something to appreciate before?
I feel like I'm just glad to be back here, and I feel like I'm just glad I'm happy to have the opportunity of being the guy in front. I feel like that's something that I never had. That's something I never had coming into camp, and I feel like amongst all, that's what I appreciate the most. Having the opportunity to come and really put my strides forward. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something I never had, that opportunity to step up and be, the guy that's. And I was always like the rotational guy, the second guy. Whether I'm better than the guy that's in front or not, that was always my role. And it just feels good being a guy that's stepping on the front line. So that's what I appreciate the most.
Thanks, Benson.
You're welcome.
Dan Arthur.
Hey Benson,
How you
welcome
doing?
back
Appreciate
to
it.
Seattle.
Appreciate it.
I apologize if you've been asked this already.
Man, no problem, man. No problem.
There's been a lot of questions about, do the Seahawks have enough in their pass rush room, to be able to get to the quarterback? That was obviously a struggle last year.
Yeah.
Then, you came in and Bruce came in. Is there a sense that you guys do have enough? Like, what are kind of your impressions of what you've seen from everyone, and feel that guys do have enough to, to kind of step up in the pass rush this year?
I mean,
I'm gonna ask you a question. I know it's kind of weird, but what can you name The room from the Raiders last year.
And do you know where
Who
we
was ranked last year?
I believe it was bottom. Well, in terms of the room last year, so Rasheem.
No, the Raiders.
Can you name the Raiders room last year?
And do you know where
We were ranked last year.
Oh no, I do not.
Okay.
So we were ranked like dead last, I think, either dead last or second to last. And I bet you can't name anybody in that room right now. You can't. I feel like pass rushing, it takes a village of guys. It don't matter who the hell the guys are. It just takes a village of guys on the same, with the same mind on the same track and working together to get to the quarterback. It's not. You always don't need the big name guys. Yeah, it's always good to have a big name guy, but you don't always need it. You just need 8, whoever's active working together to get to the quarterback. That's what you need. That's pass rush and working your ass off to get there.
You know what I'm saying?
That's pass rush. Chris Clemens, he had 3 years in a row, 11 sacks. Y'all didn't know him before then.
You know, so
It's not always about a big name guy. It's about how bad you want to get to the quarterback.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
And Brady.
What's up, Benson?
How you doing,
Welcome
brother?
back. I was
Appreciate it.
Just good, thank you. Was going to follow up on that last question from Ben.
Yeah, you got
How good do you think your pass rush can be with the guys that you have?
It's repetition. It's working together. You can have, like I said, you can have the best guy in the world, and if you're not working together, you're not gonna get sacks. I mean, he might get sacks, but the team's not gonna get sacks. One guy getting 10 sacks, that's just 10 sacks on the team. You're still gonna be bottom of the barrel. So you need everybody to get sacks and everybody in the room to get sacks. So it's all about repetition, working together, man, and that's gonna get sacks. I don't care if one person gets 20 sacks, you still gonna have 20 sacks. One person, you still gonna be in the bottom of the league. So it's everybody. It's a joint effort. It's a village. So we all need to work together. I'm not going to say how good my pass rush is going to be. It's about how can Jay Reed help me? How can Bruce help me? How can Rasheem help me? How can Puna help me? No, those guys. How can they help me to get to the quarterback? How am I going to help them get to the quarterback? And that's what it's about.
And along the lines of working together, you talked about Jared Reed. And can you help us understand like the work that it takes to get on the same page as a defensive end?
Repetition.
Working with it.
Repetition. It's all reps, man. It's day in and day out working together, talking. You know what I'm saying? Getting on one accord with each other, and that's what it takes. You want to dance with your girl, you doing a mambo or whatever. It's the same thing. You want to look good dancing, you got to dance together. You know, take that out, but it's the same thing. Guys, it's all repetition, man. It's all repetition.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, Benson, appreciate you. We'll let you go practice your dance moves.
Nah.
Thanks, guys.
Y'all got it, man. You got it. Appreciate it, guys. You have a good one. Yep.